Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I picked up today. It is something called the FC Mobile. It caught my eye at a video game store that handled both new and some retro stuff. I had never seen one of these before, at least in a form that was manufactured for sale. I've seen a couple of homemade hacks, like the Ben Heck kind of stuff, but I'd never seen one that was actually manufactured by a company for sale. And what it is a mobile NES with a screen built in and everything. Now, while I was really impressed at first, after I got to play with it for a little bit, I noticed a few bad things about it. And once the novelty wore off of being able to play NES cartridges like this on a mobile unit, I got some serious issues with the design. But enough about that, I'll get to that later. So first, let me show you how this thing functions. You first must load it up with 4 AA batteries. Check, already done. Take your standard NES cart. Now, this was the first indication that it was kind of a shoddy design. You really got to work the cart in there. It has a really tight 72-pin connector in there, and it just doesn't want to quite go in nicely at all. Your power button's up top here. You can see there's some Mario Brothers. Try and hold that so you get a good shot of the screen. The screen quality is pretty good. I was definitely impressed by the screen quality. Got a start button over here, that's my first complaint. Because they put the reset button there and the select button there. And it feels quite natural if you're pushing select here to go here for start, but it's actually the reset button. So that's my first point of contention. So, the other point I'd like to make is that they reversed the A and B button order, which doesn't seem like a big deal until you start playing a game like Super Mario Brothers. And the reversing of the A-B button just is a deal breaker. I mean, it makes the game almost unplayable if you're accustomed to playing it in the traditional format. So let's start it up. Something else you might notice is the sound isn't quite 100%. The sound quality is actually quite poor. I don't know if this video will be able to do that justice, that aspect of it, but the sound quality just didn't translate 100%. But graphically it looks good. Color palettes are pretty on target. Alright, enough of the Super Mario Brothers. And you got to really work these carts carefully to get them out of there too, which is not necessarily a good thing. But they did include, I don't know if you can see that, a dust cover, spring-loaded dust cover to keep dirt and dust out of your 72-pin connector. Now, there is a headphone jack here. Very nice. There's your volume adjuster. Your speakers are here. Now on the top, there's an AV out. Right there. They give you a little cable. Let me pull it out of the box here. They give you this cable so you can hook this unit up to your TV with this cable. Pretty novel concept. But another thing that's noticeably missing is a controller port. No controller port anywhere on this thing. So if you want to play a 2-player game, you're pretty much screwed. Or a light gun game, I guess, too. You can't really play Duck Hunt on this thing. So let me give you a little sample of a couple different games here, so you can get a handle on how well it translates onto the FC Mobile. Here's Gradius. You gotta watch also, when pulling out the game cart, you have a tendency to pull the battery cover off and just trying to grip the unit itself to pull the cart out. And some third-party game carts like Tengen, it's actually tighter fit than a standard NES cart because the plastic is slightly thicker, I think. Makes it slightly an issue. Alright, so let's review. The FC Mobile, reversed AB button placement, a poorly placed reset button. They would have been much better served to actually make this the start button and not the reset button. And some poor sound quality. And the lack of two-player support for any game are the major downsides. Oh, and the extra tight 72-pin connector. Now on the good note, $45, not too bad for a little portable gaming unit. The picture quality is quite nice, and it's a very novel concept to carry these things around and stick them in on the go. I'm sure you get a lot of really strange looks on the bus, but it's a lot of fun. Despite its bad qualities, I'd say it's worth 45 bucks. I'm happy with my purchase. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.